How you going, everybody? So, finally back out in the shed. Going to do some more. Now, there's a dint here in this back door. Okay, there's one at the other end, but there's one in here, just this back area. Like you can see that's low. What have I got? It's close. Show you. There's quite a dent in there. Back in a bit, so I'm going to get in there with my flappy disc and the grinder and just give it a clean up. And I'm going to weigh out a couple of nails in here and see if I can pull the worst of this out. First up, the only other thing I've done today, it's mid-morning I suppose, is I cleaned up that trolley I was going to use for my welder, and I've sort of sat it on there in the meantime. I was going to narrow it up, but I'm still in two minds because I want to be able to sit this other motor on it when I get here. I want to get it here eventually, just because I haven't got another engine stand. But so I cleaned all the edges up, so I made it at least so I can sit thing on it and it's not sharp edges and stuff on it anymore. So anyway, yeah, we'll get into this. We'll try and get this done, and give this a bit of a pull and see what we can do here. And then, yeah, I know we'll see what happens from there on. Alright, cheers. There you go, guys, back again. So I've given this a pull. I welded a couple of nails on here and then like a little flat bar, because it's actually like a little graze through here. But I've got the worst of it out, I think. Like it's probably just a little bit lower in here still. Hard to tell in here because I think some of these spots are a little bit high. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flick a bit of primer on there and let that go off, and then I'll come back along with a little bit of sandpaper on a block or something, and I'll just give that a rub back and just see what is high, what is low, and we'll go from there. But I don't think that's going to be too bad. Like, and maybe another little pull in here and maybe just a little bit of a knock back down with a hammer, like just on here. It feels high, but we'll see. Yeah, it might be just still. I might just have to pull a little bit more in here because it feels a little bit flat now. Not just, and it just feels a bit flat, but that's not a bad wee result for just a wee bit of work there. And I was thinking about too up here, because I did a bit of work on this guard the other week. I tried to knock some of the worst of had a bit of a whoop-de-whoop in it across the top here. Like these bits here are pretty good along that side, and even this bit here feels quite good. It doesn't actually feel like there's any sort of major damage. And once I give it a good block back, I'll better actually have a bit of a towel, later on when we get in a bit of a prep, and I might just have to do a little bit of repair anyway. But I can't sort of feel anything major, except when I get back into here where I've repaired, and then down on that lower bit where I've put that quarter on. There's a little bit of work to be done on there, but through here and through here feels pretty good, especially considering I've welded the trim holes up too. Like it hasn't warped or gone anything crazy through there. I'd come along here with a hammer and just knocked a little bit of these high spots down, but just to they just feel up a little. But I think with a little bit more work and a block, and you just better see whether there's anything high or anything like that. But just here on the top of this guard, it's low in here. I don't know whether this was originally full of lead from in around here, where this panel's all joined in, because it was all lead in here. So I'm not sure if I can't remember, because I sort of cleaned most of it out. I don't know if there was lead in here. It's a bit low in here, so I'm contemplating welding a couple of nails in here and just see if I can give it a little bit of a lift, because it's a real shitty spot to get in and do here to try and lift it up. And I don't want to put, this, as I said, this car's going to have full on it, but it's going to be very, very minimal, because I'm just not at that level of full on metal finish, but I'm working towards that, and with a little bit of training here and there, and you know, we'll get to that level one day. But yeah, I'll probably just wear a couple, 3 or 4 nails in here, probably even a little bit more, and I'll just try and pull this, just sneak this area up, 2 or 3 mil, and see if I can get this to lift just in that area. So I'll flick the primer on there, and we'll give that a wee block back, and then I might come back and have a wee play with this, depending on what that looks like. Alrighty guys, we'll come back to you shortly. Cheers. Well, I've literally just sprayed that paint on there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a very slight shadow in there where it is. It still feels look a little bit low. It's only a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds after I was just talking to you. So I flick that bit of paint on there, and you can just see there is a line there still, but we'll still give it a block back, and we'll just see what we're going to play with. But I reckon I'm just going to have to wear another 3 or 4 nails along here and just give that a bit more of a pull, and that, I don't think that'll be far away for just very, very minor, you know, just a wee bit of putty or filler or something like that, or later on once we sort of do, sort of get a wee bit more into the very, very final prep. I'm just trying to get the worst of these bits and pieces sort of straightened out, and then as we come back along and go around the car again, once I've sort of got a bit more mobile, and get these doors, you know, pull each panel off, like especially the doors and stuff like that, and actually do a full work around. And I'm just trying to get rid of the ugly sort of stuff and do any repairs at the moment, so just get another step further, so when I come back to it, like it's not so much of a big job, just to try and finalise these little last bits. Alrighty, I'll stop crapping on, and we'll get back to it. Cheers. Righty, back again. So I had a little pull on here. I'll put 1 nail there, 1 nail there, and 1 out back out here a bit. And I just lifted that lower area up. It's not dead perfect, and these pieces are probably just a little bit high now, but it feels way better. Like it hasn't got that sort of that dip in it anymore. It's definitely lifted it. When I come to sort of a little bit more work later on, I may just have to put another one in the centre. Just hard to tell until I actually do some body work here, or you know what I mean, like actually like put a few coats of body high build on here and block it back. You know, and I'll come along here with the hammer, and I'll just knock these, just that wee high lump off there, where the nails done the worst of the pulling. But it's good now. It feels way better. It just doesn't have that low spot. And the door, let's get around here. So I've just finished doing another couple little areas. Like I've done this probably 2 or 3 times down through here now, and I've just keep adding in and sort of grind it off and feel the next little low spot in between. But it feels pretty good. I reckon it's probably, there's probably the odd little high spot now where the nails again have been same from like at the top of the guard, but probably just a gentle tap them down. But I'd like to put again a few coats of high build on here and just block it back and just see how that's actually sitting. You know, because those high spots mightn't be actually that bad, but or whatever, and just see how far they come through, and just see what is actually left, and maybe just, you know, at the end of it, just maybe a little glaze putty, just to get the last little imperfections out and ripples out. Yeah, it's sort of hard to tell because you can feel where the nails have been, and they're just got that little raised roll on them, so it's hard to tell whether the pieces around them are actually low, or whether it's just those bits are just a sneak high. But that's coming up really good. Like that's nowhere near got that sort of like almost ball dint in there like it had before, and had that line. Well, that line's probably still in there, but it's It's nowhere near as prominent, hasn't got that sort of flattening anymore. So that's good. So bang the worst of that out. Lifted this up. Yeah, it's probably still a little low just through that centre. But that's good. Happy with that now. Alright, we'll keep moving on. We'll get whacking the worst of these ugly bits out. Just the real nasty bits and pieces. I can hear there's a few sharp little crescent in there, and and see if I can tidy some of these up, just so not having to put stupid amounts of filler in anywhere. Like, hopefully a few good coats of body, high build, and and then just a little smear here and there. And hopefully get rid of the worst of it. Like that back guard's going to have probably a full skim and block 95%, 99% of it off, and just leave that bit, just try and get that, because it's pretty messed up, that other back guard, but I've got it reasonably good now. Like, at least it's not really in and out and crunched in and all sorts of stupid things. Like that guard there, like if you had another one you'd probably cut it off and start again, but I don't have one. But yeah, like, we're looking good now. And then I can, once I've got this door, so happy with these bits and around here. Like, these are taking a lot less to shift than what that other back guard did. That took some force. Now I'll probably look at this door, see if there's anything I need to do in here. And I'm going to try and have a wee play in here, and see if I can get some of this nastiness out of here. See if I can get this to come back up. I don't want to go too crazy, but I just want to get the worst of this out and see if I can get a wee bit of better shape in it. Alrighty, we'll carry on and we'll do some more. Cheers. There you go, guys. Back again. I'm going to have a little bit of a go and trying to pull not all of this out, but try and get the worst of this out, so I can do something with it. I did have a little go down here. I banged a couple of nails in here and lifted the worst of that out. That's probably high now. Same here. Pulled a bit of a dint out of there, and also pulled one out of down in here. Yeah, I lifted that a bit. Look, it's still not right up, but it's definitely better than it was. I'll probably go back and have another play with this door later on. Probably not today, but maybe next weekend or something like that. But I just want to have a go and bang, see if I can put some nails in here without getting too much heat in this bloody lining. See if I can not put a friggin' hole in it. We'll set the car on fire. See if I can get this to pull. I don't know whether I'm going to or not, but I'd like to have a go and just see if I can get this corner a bit prettier, because it's a bit ugly. Even if I can improve it, I'm not too worried if it's not dead perfect, because this roof is real strange, and I'm going to have to just put filler in here. I could just put a bit of a spot of weld in each one of these and grind it off, but I'm still going to have to try and put filler in them, or filler over them or something like that, just to blend it all in. And there's all these little stupid dints and shit, so like it's probably not generally bad shape like the main skin, but it's just all these stupid bloody holes and stupid stuff like that, so I'm going to have to do something with it anyway. But it's like, it's not as though it's ever going to bloody be rot off or anything stupid. So, but we'll have a go at this, see if I can do something, see if I can get it to move, even if I can get this to just come out. Alright, we'll get back to it and we'll do some more. Cheers. Right, back again, guys. So I've had a bit of a go at this. As you can see, definitely made quite an improvement on it. I'm just trying to get that light in the right place so you can sort of see. Well, definitely not perfect, but That's a lot better than sort of being squashed in there. And I'll just turn that light off. Don't really need it. So yeah, like it's still probably needs to come up a bit here, just a little bit, but generally that shape's, you know, a lot better than what it was before. Like it's not so sort of collapsed or sort of mangled up in there. At least it's got a bit of shape into it now. So yeah, I reckon if I did another couple pulls in here somewhere, the end of my finger, you know, just try to lift these couple pieces up, maybe even another one just down here, but I just about need to go buy another packet of those nails because I'm getting, well, not too bad, but you know, I could do with a few more. I'm sort of running down to the last 3 or 4, but yeah, they work quite good. It's amazing, just, you know, a couple of 2 or 3 good tacks around each side of it, so it's got a decent grip, and just, you know, a bit of a yank on with this. I did another modification. I just put a little handle on this piece here so I can hold it and you know, actually hold a bit of tension on it and not having to worry about whacking my fingers, you know, holding onto this ring. That's working quite good just for doing these little bits. So yeah, that's working. That's coming up. I'm actually surprised how well that sort of moved. I actually thought that might have been a bit of a prick to move, but it actually come out quite reasonable. So I may have another go at, I don't know, if there's any other little spots that are really ugly. Like I don't know if it's worth stuffing around with these and, you know, trying to pull these bits, like trying to weld that on there and in that hole, to try to use that to help fill and then pull it and grind it off. And some of these spots, I don't know. You know, what do you do? But that's definitely an improvement in that corner. So if you ever, you know, especially if you're somebody that hasn't got access to a stud gun or hasn't got the finances to go buy a box of nails. These are what are they, about 3 inches long, I think. And just that, and yeah, and cut a wee slot in the bar and find something to give it a frickin' smack, to give it a pull. Amazing what you can pull out for $3 or $4 for that. And as long as you've got a bit of bar floating around that you can cut up to make the puller, that works a treat. Haven't really done anything more down here yet. But yeah, I'll keep plugging away and over the next few days. I think we're going to go down to where the other motor is on the weekend, is next weekend. I think we're going to try and organise to shoot down there and grab that motor, because I really want to see if these engine bloody brackets are there. I'm sort of almost sick of waiting, so I think I'm going to go down there and get it, instead of waiting on this guy to come up here to do what the bits and pieces he's got to do. So he obviously hasn't been up here for a while, and last time it didn't work out for him to come up. So yeah, I really want to go down there and have a look at this other motor and see if the brackets to bolt onto this motor are there, because it's just starting to annoy me. I would like to get that subframe bolted in. So you want the brackets that bolt onto here, and then I can order, at least if I know the mounts are there or the brackets are there, I can just order the mounts, or I've got to try and find the whole lot. So yeah, we'll carry on and we'll do some more. I'm not sure how much more I'll do tonight, but I might get another couple of pulls in that corner, and then work out what else we want to do. Just flick the light coat of primer back across this earlier on, just what was left in my rattle can, just to just keep that moisture out of the air off it in the meantime. Or it's nice and dry in here, just that basic moisture. Keep that at bay. So yeah, we'll keep working on it. We'll get all these little silly marks and dints out, and we'll carry on. Alrighty, cheers.